Boris Johnson has said he is ready to scrap controversial Brexit legislation if a trade deal with the EU is secured. Following talks between the UK and EU, the government has said it is willing to remove clauses of the Internal Market Bill which would overrule the withdrawal agreement signed last year. As part of the divorce deal, London and Brussels vowed to set up a joint committee which would determine which were likely to enter the EU single market through the Republic of Ireland via Northern Ireland. Those goods identified as being at risk would then be subject to trade tariffs. The Prime Minister's controversial legislation would allow the UK to unilaterally determine which goods must fill out the necessary export declaration forms. The EU was left furious by the legislation and accused the UK of using it as a threat to secure a trade agreement. However, the UK said the bill was needed to protect the UK internal market as Northern Ireland would risk being cut off from the rest of the UK. Michael Gove has been in Brussels today to discuss the Northern Ireland Protocol and its implementation after the EU transition period ends in December as part of the UK-EU Joint Committee. Following talks, the UK government has said it is ready to remove the controversial clauses. In a statement, it said, "The UK and the EU have worked constructively together through the Withdrawal Agreement Joint Committee. Discussions continue to progress and final decisions are expected in the coming days." It added the UK would be prepared to remove the aspects of the Internal Market Bill which have angered the EU if the solutions discussed by the Joint Committee was agreed. EU Chief Negotiator Michel Barnier has previously said the clauses of the Internal Market Bill would lead to a breakdown in trust in trade deal negotiations. The announcement the UK is willing to remove the problematic aspects of the bill is likely to be viewed as a huge olive branch from the Prime Minister to Brussels at a moment when trade talks are on a knife edge. A House of Commons vote on the Internal Market Bill is expected to take place tonight. Mr. Johnson always insisted the clauses were only needed in the event of a no-deal situation. Their removal may indicate the UK and EU are on the brink of a trade agreement. The UK's negotiator, David Frost, is currently in Brussels holding talks with Mr. Barnier as the two sides attempt to reach a deal.